The ultimate goal is not to use a table of values. We want to get to a point where the table of values is not required. The one shown here is to demonstrate to you the result. So our original x from y equals x squared are these numbers. Then we did the stretch. Then we did the translation, in which we added h to our x values. And then we did the vertical translation. So we do stretch, horizontal translation, vertical translation. You do not have to generate a table of values to graph the parabola, y equals 2 times x plus 7 squared minus 3. You can sketch or transform selected points of y equals x squared instead. So you can take any coordinate on the graph and multiply its y value by 2, because a is equal to 2. Then you move the new point 7 units to the right, because that's your h value, negative 7, and then 3 units down, which is our k value, negative 3. You continue this pattern with at least 4 other points, including the vertex. So without creating a table of values, and just going through this process, you can transform y equals x plus 2 to give you y equals 2 times x plus 7 squared minus 3. Here's our first example. We're going to sketch by hand y equals negative 1/2 times x minus 1 squared plus 3. Step 1. We'll graph the y equals x squared. Here are our points. We're going to have 5 points for this example. Pardon me, we'll have 7 points for this example. Here's our parabola for y equals x squared. Our second step. We're going to determine the values of a, h, and k from the given equation. This is already in the vertex form. So our a is negative 1/2. Our h is 1. And our k is 3. Step 3. We're going to apply the transformations in the correct order. The first are reflection and vertical compression. Y equals a times x squared. So we're going to do that to each one of these points. Our first point is we're going to multiply our x, which is 1, times negative 1/2. So negative 1/2 times 1, negative 1/2. So this point gets moved over here. And so does this one. Then we have these ones. Negative 1/2 times 4. Negative 1/2 times 4 results in negative 2. And the final 2 points. Negative 1/2, or negative 1/2 times 9, which is equal to negative 4.5. So here's our new parabola with the reflection. This parabola is y equals negative 1/2 x squared. But we're not done yet. Next we have to perform the horizontal and vertical translation. So our new x values will be x equals x plus h. So our h is 1. So we're going to move each point to the right by 1. Move this one over 1, this one over 1, and so on. So we can move each one of these points in order. We're shifting everything over by 1. And there we have it with our horizontal translation. Now we have to do our vertical translation. Before we do that, we know that what we have here, the current form of this parabola, can be represented by this equation, or this expression. Y equals -½ times x plus 1 squared. The only thing that's missing is our k. Our k is our vertical translation. So our new k, or our new y coordinates, will be our current y coordinates plus k, which is 3. So all of our points are going to go up by 3. Here's the first one up by 3, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and the 7th point. And we are now complete. Select any coordinate on the graph and multiply its y value by -½ the a value. Then move it 1 unit to the right, which is the h value, and then 3 units up, which is the k value. This is the process that we just completed in order to create this parabola. We started from y equals x squared, and now what we have here is y equals -1/2 times x minus 1 squared plus 3. Let's do another one. We're going to sketch by hand y equals 3 times x plus 2 squared minus 1.